Okay. Alright. Night Trap. What's up, man? In the first stage of the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood against a horror. He chose a path of perpetual torment, and in his ravenous hatred, he found no peace. That's it, man. That's was that as part of the intro? I don't remember where this was from. Was that the intro for this game, or was that for 2016? I don't remember. Yeah, 2016. I remember actually. It was 2016. It was in. I think it was Cat and Gear. I think when you activate one of those things where you hear the Dark Lord speak, right? If I remember correctly. With boiling blood, he scoured the old plains, seeking vengeance against the Dark Lord who had wronged him. Those who tasted a bit of his blade named him the Doomslayer. That's it. Yeah, it's Slayer Testament. Yeah, 2016. I remember that. Night Trap, how's my voice volume? Because like I listened to my previous stream from a few days ago, and the game volume was way above my mic volume. So I just want to make sure that it's in the right place. Can you hear me well, or is it a bit low? Sounds fine. Maybe turn down game audio single percent. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, because like last time, in like when there's a lot of action and stuff happening, it's I could barely hear myself speak. So I just want to make sure that it's better this time around. Yeah. All right, so long story short, I have 2 runs here that I did off stream, and I can continue them. I'd like to start off with this one because like this is the one where I've gotten furthest, and then if I mess up, I can just continue this one. Maybe one more down so it's not Curse 13. Yeah, that's a good point. I definitely don't want this run to be cursed. It's already been cursed enough. So yeah, I'll just be continuing Sentinel Command Station. And let's hope it goes well. Oh man, why does that explosion hurt me? That is so dumb. Just did some off-camera mining. No Rivatory warm-up? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. I think I should be fine today. Okay. Is that it? Okay. If you dice to, maybe do some repertorium before you play save 2. Yeah, that's a good idea. But I think at that point I'll be warmed up though. You know what I mean? After this, I'll be warmed up enough to play save 2. Or I could imagine I would be. I'd like to have this a bit higher though. Yeah. We nice to get a Riptorian chill stream at some point, I imagine, after we beat the challenge. Yeah, but the problem is, like, the only issue Night Trap with Riptorium is that I can't really... It's so intense that I can't really focus on what you guys do or say, you know what I mean? That's the only issue I have with it. Ah, this usual bullshit, man. The usual bullshit. I want to shield bash to a Revenant, but no. The game does not want me to do that. Where's the Revenant? Okay, good. Yeah, but we can suggest challenges, and I feel like even that evens out the connect. Yes, that's true. Tell you what, if I die here, then we can just go straight to the Riptorium, and then you can send me over some codes, and then I'll do them for sure. And then I'll wait on the on save 2. How about that? this fucking tunnel right here. The tunnel of fun. Brian, what's up, man? What up on a lunch break at work? Okay, good. Hope I can entertain you while you're having your food. Snake is adorable. I hate fighting snakes in this game. They're probably one of the AI that I hate fighting the most. They really piss me off. I met my pet snake. In that case, that's a different story entirely. Yeah, I've never been big on having snakes or spiders as pets, but I mean, I respect people who do. Do a no shield challenge. Oh man, an ultra nightmare or just a just a just a nightmare, casual nightmare. That's some scary shit, man. I'm not messing around here. Alright, pretty clean. No shield just turns it into classic Doom where you get good. I don't think this game is built around no shield though. The shield wave forms an integral part of how you play the game, I think. I don't think that's entirely... Snake is a cord snake, very thin, but very long, like almost 3 foot now. Fucking hell, that's a long... Okay. Do you ever have him, like, do you have him outside? Like, do you have him sneak around on, you know... sort of outside his little cage, or... Oh, corn snake, that doesn't sound so bad, and you and I have different definition of cute and adorable, my friend. Yeah, but like it's same thing here. Like I'm not huge on snakes and spiders as pets, like really, or hamsters for that matter. But that's a more. I'd prefer to have a hamster if I had to choose between the three. You know, like. I also find nerdlings cute, so I'm an odd one. Yeah, I mean, everybody's different, right? So there's no being odd. It's just like it's a taste thing. Probably change back to this shit. That would be wiser. Whoa. Ouch. Ah, fucking hell. Why did that man have to shoot me just in that moment? Oh, fight me here. That's better. All right. Amnu, what's up, man? Long time. Hope you're good, bro. Vidas. Anus. She tends to hide a bunch, and I don't really handle her much, but she's very skittish anyway. Only gets snippy when she eats on Wednesdays. Oh man. I wouldn't trust a snake as a pet. I just wouldn't be able to. Like, because you just know that they're cold-blooded and there's no empathy, there's no love for you. They don't care about you, like, you know. So it's I would have a hard time. Yeah. But I mean, respect. I mean, man, if you feel comfortable with a reptile in your home, that's totally fine. Imp is a better Doom player than you. I'm new. You think so? In that case, I'm doing something terribly wrong. If he's better than me. And that guy, you know, he plays Doom drunk and high and everything, you know. So if he's better than me, I'm definitely doing something terribly wrong. Where do I go here again? Yeah, okay. Avenue Witch Doom 2016 Eternal TDA Classic. Asu 42. I'm high when playing CBT. Man, I'd never be able to play like, especially Eternal. No way I could play that high. Like any kind of level. Like this game, I could play high. I think because like it doesn't require as much coordination. But yeah. I feel like this is... What am I doing, man? Like, this level... I feel like I've gone the wrong way here. Yeah, I have, yeah. What am I doing? Getting distracted by you guys. There you go, up there. Speaking of which, when you're playing TDA, you and Snoop Dogg % where you had as fuck. I'm the Mike Tyson of Doom Eternal. I can play this shit when I'm high as fuck, like Mike Tyson destroying pro martial artists in the ring when he's high as fuck. Yeah, that guy can do. That guy is so talented at boxing that he can destroy anybody, and he can be like, you know, hungover, high, whatever you want, like sick. He was just such a monster, man. So talented. But that's talent. Talent just means that you can do, you know, that thing that you're good at. It means that you can just do it way better than others under poor conditions. That's talent, right? No shield on whatever difficulty you want. Oh. Yeah, I'll see about that, Brian. I'll see about that. Like, I just, like, for me, I mean, the fun in this game is using the shield, you know? So, like, for example, you know, when fighting, you know, I don't know, like, Aghanim Hunters. What the fuck happened there? Aghanim Hunters, like, Barons, you know, like, I think not having a shield for that is, like, it just doesn't make it very fun, you know? I like the Komodo dragon. It's such a monster. It's so strong. Yeah, it is, and it's super like. I think the fireballs annoy me like it's sometimes because they're so random and they do so much damage. But like the fact that it's so fast, it really forces you to move around. You know, like it really forces you to. I mean, technically, you could stand still and just parry him, but like the fireballs still. I think the fireballs are what forces you to move around. Dude, my sensitivity is so high for some reason. Yeah, then take it down, man. Like, I'll show you what mine is like. Let me see. Where's the... Yeah, here it is. I have it at 3. Yeah. This works for me, though. Yeah. And by the way, this track actually has grown on me a lot. Ancestral Beast has really grown on me. Oh, you're bounced on the desktop. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, it's a good track. Okay. Ah. Oh, it's just unfortunately over. I'll catch you later. Yeah, no worries, man. Take care. Catch you soon. Alright, this fucking cancer encounter right here, man. This one is a doozy. Come on, do your fucking... Oh, man. Get me the fuck out of here. Christ. Making a Ruben Classic 2 based on a Slayer cover could be considered metal. Yeah, 100%. If that's something you're working on one of your levels, then I would definitely go with it. It's original for sure. Can you relax, please? Man, these fucking soldiers with their dumbbells from behind. There's nothing worse. Okay. Man, this level is so fucking long. It's crazy. They should split this up in two. It's way too long of a level. Fuck that. Actually, yeah, this is. What? Something hitting me from behind or what? Okay. Cosmic time? Yeah, I mean, not quite yet, Night Trap. I still have one trick encounter left. But once I have that one done, then yes. There's the encounter right before you get the BFC in this level. Which is really not easy. Yeah, it's the encounter coming up where you have to face a Revenant Leader and a Komodo. You're able to beat Azrac damageless, right? I've done that, yes. Just not on these sliders. You. This one here, this fight is... Oh man. The parry on this guy. Okay. Come on, do your thing, bro. Come on. There you go. If you die in Azrak, will you restart? Yeah, yeah. Night Trap, it's UN. If I die anywhere, I have to restart. That's the rule of the game, man. As demotivating as it is, that's what I have to do, you know. There's a bug here sometimes where the BFC shot. No, I mean, will you continue the challenge? Yeah. I think so. Swordken, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. What makes me, to be fair though, what makes me look fast and cool is the fact that I know this game so well because I've played it for, you know. So just so you know, I've played this game for more than 400 hours, which is a lot of, you know, that's a lot of time to put into a single player only game. So I'm very familiar with all the, you know, with all the levels and all that. So I feel like I kind of fly through them. But what's hard here is that the sliders, you know, I've set the sliders so that, you know, I take more damage, right? Which is obviously way harder, right? Oh no, I'm in this fucking place. Get me out of here. I don't want to do this. Man, I really did not want to do that, but I ended up having to do it. That's okay. Ah, fucking hell, these guys. Okay. Cosmic Realm next. Night Trap, now we can say Cosmic Realm next, but I just had a few little... Just like in this level, like, you know, that final Revenant leader and Komodo fight in that space, it's such an awkward space because you have to sort of... It's a spiral. It's kind of a spiral, you know, level where there's at the bottom you have this very circular arena, but then you can go up as well. So it's super awkward, very awkward arena to fight in. All right, City of Rel. The only struggle with the Agadon, the Komodo was fine. Really, the Komodo and the Revenant leader. I really wanted to watch you play Melee Fury with 150 speed, 300 damage. I've done that, haven't I done that? Pretty sure I completed that first try. Even it wasn't even that hard, from what I remember. Come on. Why can I? Okay, there you go. Well, yeah, the Red Fairies is slow and accelerator turns through Komodo. Yeah. The problem is, you know, like all those, like the Komodo. What stresses me out about him is his very unpredictable movement and his fireballs. That's what, you know, sort of catches me off guard very often, right? Really throws me off. Oh. Can you stop, man? These guys. Thank you. What do you mean unpredictable? He zigzags. Yeah, he zigzags, but the fireballs. I mean, actually, have you played this game on 150 speed? Because 150 speed is different with Komodos. That's a different game. Oh, fucking hell, man. I hated when this game. There you go. Yeah, this game is like 150 speed. It's a different game. I'm sorry. Like compared to 100, it really is. And Komodos are like on 150 speed. They're not very. They're unpredictable. I would definitely say that. First. I was playing my playthrough on low parry UV and hated it, so I changed it to nightmare fast speed instead, and that was when I fought that Komodo. Actually, my first Komodo I fought at 150. Oh, okay. This fight here, man. This is one where I need to lock in. And obviously he does that now. Come on. Oh, you disappearing piece of shit. Need to find you first, bro. So elusive, these guys. This fight. Come on, open up. Thank you. My percent speed is too it's too slowly when I play 150 speed. Yeah, well, like once you go 150 speed, it's really hard to go back to 100. I completely agree with you. It's like I tried once just for fun. I just couldn't go back. I just could not do it. Like Doom Eternal overall is a faster game than this, like no question. But like when you go from playing this at 150 speed to playing Eternal, in Eternal you move very slowly, like, you know, just like not using any ballista boosting or meat hook, you know, just moving around, like the game feels very slow. Telling you accelerator's cracked. Yeah, I know it is. It is. I just like it's just not my playstyle because it feels very. It's high risk, and it's the damage is insane for sure. But I just find myself being a bit too close to the action when I play that way. But I can like. I agree with you that the damage on it is insane. It's like you take out everything so quickly doing that, but I just feel like it's too close for it's too close quarters for me. Oh, what did I do? Oh, why did I take my shield? Muscle memory, man. Muscle memory. Alright, do your thing. Man, I love that name, Master McAwesome Sauce. I love that. That's an awesome name, bro. What weapon do you primary? I mean, early game I primary, you know, like Impaler because of the empowered shot from it. So I use that. That carries me quite a bit. And then, but then like I usually mix it up, right? Because like I use a bunch of different weapons. I don't play Dark Ages with one weapon. Like depending on who I'm facing, like for example, like short range, obviously SSG. If I'm faced with like an enemy that's a bit longer, like a bit further away from me, that has a lot of armor, then I'll use this. And then impaler shots for headshots on Hell Knights, Imp, Stalkers, Nightmare Imps, Mancubi, etc. Rocket launcher for like once I see a lot of enemies clumped together, I'll use this because of the AOE damage. So these are my go-tos, right? And then obviously Cycler. Actually, Cycler is probably what I primary the most once I get it, because you can apply shock with it, and then every time you kill enemies that are shocked, then the shock spreads, as well as that lightning arc that staggers them every time you kill somebody, right? So it's like I don't really primary one weapon, so I play with a lot of stuff. I don't really use this weapon class that much. The Skull Crusher class, I don't use that. What else don't I use? Yeah, that's about it, basically, right? It's aggressive. That's what Doom is about. Sure, you can be aggressive, but the problem is if you play Ultra Nightmare, you have to be aggressive, but you have to sort of lean back a bit more. You have to be a bit more. You have to assess before you go all in, right? But like if I was playing this game on Nightmare, then obviously I would just do this and go, and then heat blast all the way, right? That's SSGs go. Yeah, SSGs go when you're like, close range. If you're close range and you're shield bashing a lot, then it's amazing. But to me, like, I feel very restricted if I play that way only, right? But as like to make it feel like Eternal by making an Arsenal extensive. Exactly. So yeah, Night Trap, that's exactly it. Like, so Master Mikasasas, just so you know, like, I've played a lot of Eternal, Doom Eternal, and in that game you have to switch weapons a lot, and I like that way of playing. So when I started playing Dark Ages, I sort of employed the same way. I sort of started playing the same way. I employed the same not quick switching, but like, because you can't quick switch it in this game, but the same thought process of changing weapons depending on the situation you're in, right? Sean, can't wait to play this game. Yeah. Ultra game, like, you'll definitely like. It's a great game, and don't listen to the haters, because there's a lot of people who hate on this game because they compare it to Eternal. It's a very different game to Eternal. If you like Eternal, which I don't know if you've played Eternal, but it's a very different game to Eternal. But this is a great game on its own. Trust me, it's really. I've had a lot of fun with it. Well, yeah, even off you understanding when to push and when to pull is heavily important for survival. Exactly. And I think that's the thing when you're. So that's why Heat Blast, I'm not a huge fan of, because Heat Blast forces you to really head into the action, right? Really sort of be close quarters. And I think on UN, I'm careful about that, because close quarters in this game on UN, you usually take a lot of damage. Out of curiosity, is your mouse sensitivity high or low? I know a lot of FPS players who go low sense, but I don't really understand it. I can't play something like Doom or Wolfenstein without high sense. I'll show you. This is what it's like, right? So it's actually This is default. So it's actually quite low. I think the game at default has sensitivity scaling at 2. I put it at 3. And this is 40/40. This is default, right? So to be fair, it makes sense to compare a sequel to a previous title. I mean, you did that with Doom 3. Yeah, but Night Trap, I'm looking at Doom 3 in isolation, because Doom 3 is completely different from any other Doom game. Doom 3 really separates itself as being action horror. Doom Eternal 2016 and Dark Ages are, first of all, made like following kind of the same philosophy of resource management, push forward combat. So that philosophy sticks on all 3 modern Doom titles. However, what differentiates them, for example, this one is the shield, is the lack of quick switching. You know, like, so all three, Doom 2016 and Eternal and Dark Ages, have a lot of stuff in common, but they do have stuff that makes them different enough to stand on their own, right? So Doom 3 to me, like, Doom 3 could have been called, I don't know, Resident Evil, space or whatever, or let's say Dead Space, first person, like the first person shooter version of Dead Space. That to me could have been Doom 3, you know. Oh yeah, I did play it Eternal. It's fun in this game, especially the trailers are too good. Yeah. Like the promotional material that they did for this game was very good. I just think that they should have, with Eternal, I think they did a better job at promoting it than this game, to be honest with you. Pre-release. And I think that's why sales were a bit lower for Dark Ages, I could imagine. And obviously, we're not in lockdown right now, right? So being in lockdown really affected, brought Doom Eternal sales up like crazy. Everybody was home. Like, what do you expect? People played a shit ton of video games. Oh yeah, I did. Doom 3 was sick online duels. You could play Doom 3 online? Really? I didn't even know that. I didn't even remember that. Holy crap. Okay. But Dead Space came out after Doom 3. I know, Night Trap. I'm just giving you an example. Like, I wasn't trying to tell you. My point was, Doom 3 to me feels like it could have been called Dead Space. It could have been called Resident Evil, or it fits to me. It's an action horror game. That's what Doom 3 is to me, at least. But maybe I'm completely off. But and I haven't played it in a long time. But the last time I played it, I felt it was very slow. It was quite heavy on jump scares. It was heavy on, resource management, which is also very Doom-like. But resource management is also very present in action horror games, right? When it came out, it was even at QuakeCon one year. Okay, I didn't know that. Doom 3 had multiplayer on the Xbox release. Okay, I didn't know that, man. Okay, all right, interesting. I love and have beaten Eternal on UN. I'm still working on UN Dark Ages, but I fell in love with this game. It's different. I think Eternal 2 would have been boring to some degree. I completely agree with you on that. I think I'm happy they didn't do Eternal 2. Had you asked me like before Dark Ages released, I would have been like, I wouldn't have minded to have Eternal 2. But now that we got this, I'm like, the thing is, to me, right? I played a lot of Eternal, and I still love Eternal. I still play it. I still play it at least once a week. But the thing is, like, I like having different Doom games depending on my mood. So, like, Eternal is when I'm really, like, when I really want to get into that quick switching, ballistic boosting, quick, movement kind of thing, right? When I want something more chill, especially when I'm streaming, I'd much rather play this. And I think that had they did Eternal 2, I think it would have been hard for them to do better than Eternal. You know what I mean? Like, because Eternal already was so tight in every aspect that I just have a hard time imagining what that game would have been like, or how that game would have done better than Eternal when it comes to its mechanics, I feel like that's an area, like, had they tried to make Eternal, but like with new mechanics, maybe they would have fumbled there. You know what I mean? They would have stumbled, I mean. In your mind, if you played Dead Space, it'd be more Doom like than Doom 3. Nah, no, dude. I've played I've played Dead Space, and it's not classic Doom at all. It is Doom 3. Tight spaces, you're in space, you're on a space station, like jump scares, like it feels very, very, to me, like Doom 3 feels very, very Dead Space. It really does. Do you think they will make even more Doom games? Yeah, sure. I mean, that's something that they Ultimate Game. I think that's something that they've mentioned quite a few times. That I think once they're done with the DLC for this game, depending on whether we get 1 or 2 DLCs, I'm not sure. But once they're done with DLC for this game, they're going to be moving on to the next Doom game. That's been confirmed. Yeah, but Doom 3 doesn't work for horror. No, that's why I said action horror. Like, for example, like for me, the best action horror game that I've played personally is RE4. The Dead Space remake was good, but to me, like RE4 remake especially was like, that's action horror to me. So that's what I'm saying. Doom 3 to me feels it's not horror survival, it's action horror. That's how I see it. Eternal's Pure Peak, nothing will ever beat that game. Archvile coming to the Dark Ages DLC. So Yukmoth, I'm just very curious, was that confirmed by Hugo Martin? Because like I've seen a lot of videos talking about that, but I've not actually seen footage of Hugo Martin confirming that the Archvile is going to be in Dark Ages DLC. Doom 3 is really horrible for me when I was a kid. It's a scary game. It's a scary game. I played Doom 3 when it came out, when it released in 2004. I was still in high school back then. And I thought it was good, but I was expecting something else, and I kind of bounced off of it very quickly. I wasn't too crazy about it, to be honest with you. So yeah. All right, guys, got to lock in. Gonna do this arena here, and hopefully. What? No. Wow, that was close. What got me there behind me? Was that an Arachnotron or something? Crazy. I really hate it when I'm fighting Cosmic Barons, and you know they start their sequence of attacks, and then you parry, and then they stop, and then all of a sudden you have to, you're not sure when they're going to start again. It's super confusing. I haven't seen the whole stream from last week, but Horde Mode said it. He's definitely coming. Okay. Oh. Yeah. If Horde Mode says so, then it has to be true. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this. Damn, I missed like the entire stream. No, Doom. So like, see Doom. Just so you know, I just took I took a save that I did recently on these sliders, and I just continued it. So like, I only started at what's it called, Sentinel Command Station. So you've only missed like, I don't know, 3-4 levels or so. So you're good, man. Alright, mister. I hate that they've put stone imps here. Done. Council Baron just randomly broke the rhythm. Yeah, exactly. That's when they do that, I get super, especially when you're fighting them in a tight space. Once your shield breaks because you mistime your parry, then you're screwed, right? Then you're really screwed. Can you fucking die, bro? He's so elusive! Fucking hell. Woo! Come on, do your thing, bro. Okay. Slow chat today, huh? Yeah, but I mean that's all. Like that's totally fine, C-Doom. I'm just. It also allows me to focus for a bit, you know. So I don't mind having a bit of. If people are just. I don't care about that. If people just want to chill and watch and lurk, or whatever, like that's also totally fine. need to do this. All right. Can you fuck off, Stoneman? There's a Revenant somewhere here. Where is he? Come here, Revenant. Yeah, there you go. Did you see DSP play this in Eternal? Who was DSP? I'm not sure I know who that is. What language are you thinking? So, just so you know, C-Doom, I was raised on both English and French. Those are both my, I mean, they're technically... One of them is my mother tongue. I just can't figure out which one it is. But I actually think in both, so it's kind of random, right? But I do. Temple of Lomarith. This is a decent level. DSP is a streamer who notoriously complains about games, so his Eternal Dark Ages runs are him just dying and complaining about how the game doesn't run. Oh wait, is that the guy with the glasses? Is that the guy? I think that's him, right? Isn't it? Yeah, I think I've seen. Isn't that also the guy who complained about Elden Ring as well? Like, Ranting about Elden Ring. I think I've seen that guy. Yeah, if that's him, I've seen him. I've definitely seen him play Eternal and complain. I haven't seen him play Dark Ages. I don't think so. But I know who you're talking about now. Yeah. If that's the guy. Or does he wear glasses? I don't know. But just let me check quick. I'll just give me a sec, guys. I'm just gonna check. I'm just very curious now. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, yeah, and he doesn't have glasses, but yes. So yeah, I've seen his. I've definitely seen his stuff. Yeah. %100. Bro ran through Call Thul. Do you think that was quick though? I mean, I don't think that was super. How are you not dead? Ah, fucking hell, man. Those acid pools. Ooh. Alright. Cackle Demon, come fight me here. I don't want you in my way. Sometimes you wear glasses when he's saying his eyes sting and he can't see. You get such a laugh watching his pure rage. I'm definitely gonna do that, man. I'm actually gonna check out his Dark Ages video. I'm very curious. I think I've seen his Eternal video. So yeah, definitely something I'm gonna watch. Ever seen Dean Takahashi play D? No. Has he? I don't think I've ever seen that, no. Ah. This one here. for this to clear up, because we should be able to shoot those mines. I don't like that they don't let you do that. Hell no. I'm messing with that guy. Hails to the no. What Dark Ages does well is, like, you know, putting you in really tight spaces and has you panicking, you know, because, like, some of these spaces, man, they are, like, yeah. Putting you in a tight space with whiplashes and a leader revenant, oof. That shit makes me panic, I can tell you that. It's awful. It's actually an inside joke for me and my friend. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you guys think we're gonna be getting like a DLC teaser at the Xbox Developer Direct tomorrow? I think we deserve that, don't you think? Like a year of no, almost a year now of no DLC for this game. I think it's about time they give us something. Just a tiny teaser or something, like, and a release date. That would also be good. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! No, no, please no. Yeah, I was stuck there. What's with all the projectiles? Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, Belly of the Beast. I definitely think we're going to get something. We can only hope for a small trailer. Yeah, I mean, I want a trailer and a release date. I like to know when this thing comes out, because for a DLC, I think waiting a year. I think waiting a year after the release of a base game to release a DLC is something. It feels a bit long, you know. I can't wait for the DLC. I'm actually anxious for. Yeah, like I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward, and I think it's going to be good. I think they've been cooking. I really do. They just have to give us something, like something to, you know, also get people hyped for it, you know? Those fucking stone imps. I gotta get out of here and get some health, because Jesus, that guy was built like a fucking... There you go. This fight, oof. The Cosmic Realm ambiance is so calming. Yeah, especially I think the track. What's it called? What's this track called? The one we're listening to right now, that ramps up as well. Yeah, the Cosmic Realm music overall is something else, but the ambiance is really nice. Yeah, it just feels like it's very. It reminds me of the ambiance, you know, like in if you guys played Eternal in Urdak. Reminds me of that a lot. Gotta love how Shaw cancels Kako Lightning Wall. That's why, you know, like, to me, one of the most slept on weapons, or not slept on weapons, but slept on mechanics in this game is the shock mechanic. Because, like, it staggers like crazy. Like, every time you kill an enemy that's shocked, it'll stagger everything around it. It's so... For crowd control, it's just... It's so good. It's so good and underappreciated, you know? Is there more armor here? Yeah. There you go. Don't you just love it when a Kako, when a Cosmic Baron just behaves and does his normal combo without pausing and looking at you, and then fucking hell, man. Can you stop? There you go. No way, what? What cup again? Like, this game, man. Oh, God. Are you going to do the secret encounter on this level? Definitely not an Ultra Nightmare. And I'm dead anyways now, so I'm pretty much... It just stuck me how nice it must be to play this game at 150 speed for people with fried dopamine receptors. God damn, that sucks. That part killed me like 1,000 times though. Yeah. That's how it is. Let's just do, because I have another... Luckily, I have another ongoing UN run here that I can just go on. Yeah. Like, what kind of felt unfair there is that was there like health on the ground that I was supposed to absorb before I don't know. Because I know there's a delay between, health dropping and you being able to absorb it, right? When you kill an enemy. I don't know. But yeah, let's just do a bit of Siege Part 1 and then see how far we get. Let's go! More Vidas streams. Yeah. I mean, just pray for me not to burn out on this challenge. That's the only thing I'm asking you to do. Come on. I love that. I died here sucks. At least I have another UN run going. Yeah, for sure. Like, but I've done that basically like when I have a bit of free time when I'm not streaming. I just like start another UN run. That way, if I do die, I don't have to start from scratch because that's what really hinders my enjoyment of the game is when I have to... Oh, can you die, bro? When I die and I have to go back to Kaleem, right? That's the... That really bothers me. I'm not gonna lie. But the thing about this game is that I think the campaign is, like, except for the, mech sections, I think the campaign is really fun to just replay, right? It's a long campaign, there's a lot to do, but I just find it very fun to... Come on. Give me your parries. That's what I love about it. Don't mind dying a billion times because the gameplay loop itself is so much fun. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why, like, I'm never... I mean, I can get frustrated sometimes when I feel the death isn't fair. Especially if it's because of a bug or whatever. For example, like, was it yesterday? I died on UN because, like, I was stuck behind a statue. Like, I couldn't move. And then basically, like, everybody was just, like, I was getting shot at from every direction, and then my shield breaks, and then I die, right? But I was stuck behind a statue, like, in a corner, there was a statue, and I sort of jumped around, and then I jumped behind it by accident, and then I was stuck. Like, I couldn't move anymore. And that, to me, felt I don't know, very cheap, right? So yeah. Yeah, Doom's replayability is really nice. I don't think I've ever played a game that I replayed this much. Yeah, it's super, like, especially, I mean, Eternal. No lie. I played Eternal for, like, if I count console and PC, Doom Eternal I played for, like, 2,500 hours or so. Which is crazy for, like, a single-player game, you know? Oh, shit. I played Doom Eternal for an eternity to be thematically appropriate. Yeah. They found the right name for that game. I can tell you that. It is, especially now that there's official modding support for it. Doom truly is eternal. That's for sure. And this game, I just replay for different reasons. Like, I just find it so, especially, you know, like, I'm really enjoying streaming these days. Just chilling with you guys and shooting shit, you know, like, just, you know, not sweating that much, but just, and I think this game is perfect for that, right? It's a great, for Doom games, it's probably the most streamable, in my opinion. Die. Thank you. All right. Fuck you, man. I hate it. They're so buggy. Parrying these guys is always such a fucking... It's so frustrating when you have to parry them. My god. Now my whole upgraded... My whole upgrade pathing is fucked because I don't have enough gold to upgrade my shotgun. Oh my god. Can I farm you guys a bit? Oof. Yeah, I can't. Starting this level, this fight here on 5 health is not very good.
What's missing here? Oh, okay. You come here, bro. Thank you. Come on. Awesome. Thank you. There you go. Ivan, what's up, man? Hope you're having a good week. I'm going to dip and play some Wolfenstein 2. Good luck on the run. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good one and speak soon. Now I can go back to this. I have 11 hours on Doom Eternal. Yeah, that's. I mean, then you're definitely skilled, right? I think Doom Eternal, like once you get above like those few hundred hours, you know, to really understand how the game works, it's like. Then there's levels to the game, right? Like if you really want to be godly, you have to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours. But it's. I'm guessing you lost your last close UN attempt. I did indeed. I did indeed. I lost it to... Just gotta do this guy first. Okay. Ah. Can you die? Thank you. I died on Belly of the Beast to that acid room encounter, you know, full of buff soldiers, and at the end of it you have like a, what's it called, a vagary with a bunch of armored arachnotrons and manx. It's just it's a fucking hellhole. Sad part is that 700 of those are on console. Yeah, but I have the same thing. Like I've played, I have 1,000. Like I first bought Sea Doom. I'm not sure if I told you this, but the first time I played Eternal was on PS4. And I had like 1,000 hours on console, and I got pretty good on console. Like you know, mastering Doom Eternal on console is no joke. It's fucking hard. And then I transitioned to PC. And now I have like 1,500 hours on PC or so. So like I've really got my money's worth out of that game, that's for sure. Console D makes me lose my mind. Yeah, no way, no fucking way. Like I can't go back. I can't go. Like PC is just it's the way to play. I also even tried this game on console. I had a friend of mine who has it. I tried it on console and I was like, I can't do this. When you're used to mouse and keyboard, it's like it's so, you know, just aiming. I mean, it's so terrible. No slow-mo, wait. There you go. PC Master Race, exactly, bro. Like, I used to be like a console kind of guy when I was younger. I was PC to start off with. Like when I was very young, I had a PC. I was all PC, right? I played Quake 2, a lot of Quake 2 back in the day. You know, a lot of Duke Nukem and all those, a lot of boomer shooters, right? And then, you know, console, started to become a thing. And then I moved to console. And then back to PC now, especially for this, and, you know. Man, this is... Alright, a bit of upgrading here. Are there as many sales on consoles as there are on Steam? I think for Dark Ages, there's a lot more sales on console compared to Eternal. For example, Eternal was really PC. Like that was the place where it had by far the most sales. I took so much pride in myself beating you and Eternal on console controller. Yeah. Master McCosmo Sauce, man, I love that name, by the way. It's awesome. I love that. It's such a funny name. But I agree with you. Like, you know, beating Eternal on console is an achievement. It's fucking hard. I did it myself, but it took me hundreds of hours. On PC to beat Eternal on PC, it took me maybe 100. On console, it took me 2 or 3. I think I really had to grind. I really had to grind, right? Okay, I'm not fighting a cyber demon with a fucking pinky leader. That's not right. Yeah, there you go. Come here. All right. Easily took me 600 hours and many playthroughs. Yeah. Like, I mean, I just remember once, because I just remember taking so on PC. Eternal is way faster as a game, you know, to go through, because, you know, you have all these easy to use like movement tech, you know, like ballista boosting and yeet hooking and all these things. Like those are things that I myself had a hard time doing on Eternal on console. Which meant that the game just progressing through the game just took longer, right? And I just remember on one of my, I think it was the time before, so I beat UN, but the time before that, the attempt before that, I lost at Final Sin. And I just remember like grinding so much to get to Final Sin, right? Like I really, day by day, I would do one level. I would rehearse the level on Nightmare just to make sure that I had it like, you know, really nailed down and all that. And I just remember getting to Final Sin, dying, and just putting down my controller and just going out on my balcony and just being like, I was about to cry. I was so upset. You know, like, because it really, beating that game on Eternal, on Ultra Nightmare, I mean, really was something I really wanted to achieve, right? So yeah. So it's definitely, it's a big achievement, and whoever says otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about. I don't like exhaustion. Call to Space when I tried beating. Yeah, Call to Space was by far one of the biggest filters. Exhaustion based to some extent as well, but like Call to Space really was. Call to Space was the level where you just, you know, that pit, the red, or it's called the red room or the pit, where you're like, you're thrown down into this red. Wow, what the fuck? Okay. That's a place that's really easy to die in. I had hundreds of attempts on D console U, and I was like, it was only like, what, 10 when I started playing Eternal, and silly old me thought I was ready for UN as soon as I beat Nightmare. At 10 years old, oh man, okay. That's crazy. Wow, sir, you're like, oh yeah, we spoke about this. I never did beat it on console. Farthest I made it was to the Gladiator. Yeah, that's also a stressful fight. That's also a stressful fight on console. PC, easy to cheese on PC, I think, but on console, you really, oof. Yeah. Man, those were the times I remember, like, yeah, just play Eternal during COVID, and oh my god, I just sunk so much time into that game. My friends make fun of me. They don't understand. I clipped the video of me beating it and lost my voice for a few days after it. It was worth it. Yeah, but like nobody, like I just remember also going through the same thing. And to be honest with you, I'll just call you McAwesome Sauce. I think it's a bit easier. McAwesome Sauce, like, people who are not used to playing permadeath modes, especially on shooters, don't really understand, the stress that brings and what the accomplishment feels like, right? Just so you know, because like most people don't play any type of permadeath mode, so they've never really felt what that feels like. The Glider fucks with me so much. I really hate that boss so much. Yeah, it can get it gets like out of hand quickly, especially when you're stuck in his he has that phase, right, where he puts you in his little corridor, and he throws like those things at you, and you have to jump over and under them and all that. Like, that's a place where if you're not comfortable, you can easily panic and die, right? But otherwise it's all about movement to me. You can also just, like jump like a yeet hook above him and shoot him behind his shield, right? You can also do that. technically. Don't shoot, don't. Oh, fuck. Okay, guys, I need to. Can you guys tell me, was that not bullshit? I don't think I've ever died to a turret section. That's insane. Yeah, no way, bro. Yeah, I know. I remember how instead of having several buttons for each weapon, I only had Q because I thought it was the easiest way to do a quick switch, but I thought it wasn't effective because I had quick access. Yeah. To 2 buttons out of 7 or 8. Yeah, but you need to have them all around. You have to have them like I have them on 1, 2, 3, 4, Q, E, Z. Z, X. Yeah. I recorded myself beating it too. I had been trying to beat it for years, and I don't remember being so as happy since I beat it. Yeah, it's like beating this game though in Ultra Nightmare really also that was a grind for me. I remember like I think I beat it the first time, so it released on May 15th, and I think I beat it on June 15th or so. I was so sick of Gladiator that I went and practiced the fight in 50 times in a row. Yeah, but I know what you mean. I did that as well. On console, like, I had to practice every level. On Nightmare, I had a Nightmare save, and then I had an Ultra Nightmare save, and I would practice every level before I did it on on UN. It was, yeah, it was a grind for sure. Just tuned in at the right time. Yo, Hyper, yeah. So what happened there, I don't know if this has happened to you, but like normally, you know, Siege Part 2, when you face the Tyrant at the very beginning with the turret, like normally when you hit his armor twice, he staggers, and then he sort of, you know, he has a few seconds, and then he moves towards you again. I shoot the armor twice, it doesn't, nothing happens, and then he just keeps moving forward, and then I'm like, fuck. And then I can see that he's getting ready to hit me, and then as soon as he hits me, I shoot the empowered harpoon or whatever it is, and I die. Yeah, I did. Yeah. It's so weird. That thing has happened to me before. It's such a weird... I don't know what happened. Yeah. But anyways. The grind continues. I'll just quickly do... because I'm not going to get far. I'm just going to do a quick, maybe Kaleem. Just to get Kaleem out of the way, and then I'll continue tomorrow. One more run, bro. One more run. Yeah. I'm just going to do Kaleem. If I have time, maybe Hebeth. And that's it. And then I'll tune back in tomorrow. Okay, that. Petition for 8-hour long Vidas stream. Yeah, good luck getting my girlfriend to accept that. Good luck with that. Nah, bro, try 500 damage. It will be easier. Trust. Oh man, like at some point I'll probably do just for shits and giggles. I'll probably do like a Max Slider Nightmare run or something, just for fun. At least I don't have to stress about dying there, because it's going to happen all the time, so I don't have to worry about that. Girlfriend temporary doom as a turtle. I'll tell her that. She's gonna love it. Oh, love it, man. She's gonna love that. McCawsome Sauce, I subscribe, man. Looking forward to future streams. Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Subscribes subs really matter to me. Means that I'm doing something right. It's a metric of success, so that's good to know. Appreciate it. Okay. Messenger, hey bro, what's up? You've just you missed me failing 2 UN runs. So yeah. Man, I got 3 weeks of late night shift. Oh damn. What kind of job are you in? Are you in like retail or? Just, what would the third? Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate that. If you could be a character from a game, who would you want to be? The Doomslayer, by far. Can you fuck off? Thank you. The Doomslayer, by far. I'd love to be that character in real life. Nobody else. I mean, it's my favorite like game franchise, right? So, who else, you know? Is there one missing still? Oh man, you fuck off. As far as I know, I'm your first sub. C-Doom, okay, so do you remember when you subbed to me, C-Doom? I'm curious. Because I can tell you when around... I started my channel around... It was summer 2024. I think it must have been June or July 2024. That's when I started my channel. I work for a company that sells water and other sweet drinks. I work in production. Okay, got it. Yeah, in that case, like yeah, late night shifts make sense, right? I'm gonna be the Think UAC lady from the Turtle. Oh yeah, she's hilarious. Talk about more like the Mortally Challenge and all that. She's also but she's also thick for sure, man. Like, oof, very thick indeed. What? We produce 170 million bottles a year. Water for Gaza, for example. Oh, okay, all right. Okay. So it's for a good cause. That's awesome, man. I'd like to see that. Or Viva con Agua. Okay. I don't understand what about what lady you're talking about. So it's like, have you played Eternal, Ivan? Yes, you have, right? We spoke about this. And Eternal, that, you know, there's that UHC lady in the campaign. She's basically like a hologram. And sometimes you'll see her like talking and taking the sides of the demons, right? It's basically not her talk, it's just her hologram, and there's demons basically who took control of the hologram and basically talk for her, right? I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time I've been sub to you, at least a year and a half. Wow, okay, shit, that's quite a while. Yeah, then you were definitely... You know what I would love to see? Doom, and I can't see that, I'm guessing for privacy reasons, but I'd love to see who my first 5 subscribers were. My first 5. Because I remember, like, when I got to, I mean, obviously my first subscriber, I was like, wow, I got one person, you know, who's following me. I was like, wow, right? But I just be curious to see who the first 5 were, right? And if they're still following me today, because I know that I've obviously also lost, since I moved to more Dark Ages content, a lot of people have moved on, you know, have unsubbed, right? And that's how it is. Like, I can't please everybody. But, yeah, I'd be curious to see. Back to work. Good night for you. Yeah, Messenger. Take care. Good night to you, too. Have a good one and see you soon. I'm sorry, but I hate that lady. Yeah, she's... You'll be surprised, but I'm one of your 346 subscribers. Oh, man. Thanks, Ivan. I appreciate that. Like, you guys have no idea, you know, what it feels like. You know, I only realized this once I started my channel, you know, how important it is to support the channels that you watch. You know what I mean? Like, it's so... like, I've started doing it a lot more, you know, when I first start, you know, when I was on YouTube, you know, just like before I started the channel, I would never subscribe to content. I would just watch it because it would always pop up on my feed either way. But since I've become like an actual or a wannabe, you know, content creator, I've actually really like... I've been really careful to always follow pages that I find interesting just to support people, right? Especially if it's a small page. I mean, like a small channel, I mean. So it really means a lot. Like, as I said, you know, like it's an indicator of success. You know, it just means that what you're doing, you know, people are actually, people are actually liking what you do and they want to keep watching, and it's a way of supporting me, right? Okay, that's interesting. Oh. What do you think of the people who call Dark Ages woke? I have one word that's very special to me that describes them perfectly. Yeah, I mean, see, Doom, I just disagree with them. What can I say? I really, what's woke about this game? There's no, you know, Doom Guy is a very masculine, like, very sort of, you know, authoritarian, quiet, testosterone-filled male. You know, like what exactly is it because the sliders are woke? You know what I mean? Is that why people are complaining? I don't see it. I usually just describe when people ask just to do my good deed for the day. Oh, Thera. Yeah, a bit of girl boss there, but I wouldn't go as far as to call it woke, though. You know what I mean? They just needed like a female character who wasn't a villain for once. But like in any case, she's gonna die. We know that. Not that I want her to die, or not that I don't, you know, but I'm just saying that, you know, we're not going to see much of her anyways, right? So, and I think the DLC is going to be very, from what I've heard, the DLC is going to be very much like Doom 2016, in the sense that it's going to be, you know, there's not going to be a lot of, let's say, supporting cast, I think. It's going to be the Doomslayer alone, probably in hell. And you'll just see things from his perspective. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of first-person cutscenes from what I've heard. So yeah, that's my take on it. Americans just love to hate on anything. Yeah, not only Americans though. Just, you know, there's an audience. It's just like, yeah. Like I'm not a big consumer of woke content at all. I don't like it at all. You know. But I mean, there's some people who just call anything woke. You know, anything that just, you know, sort of. Anything that goes against, you know, their very right-wing ideologies or whatever, you know, like then it's automatically woke, right? I don't see it that way. Like, who's missing? Probably the only way to get people to watch Doom content right now is with some masochistic ideas like max sliders, but every attack kills you instantly. Yeah, yeah, or like a no-hit run or something, like, you know, something like really crazy, right? There was like 3 characters in Doom 2016, 2 released since the Slayer doesn't talk in that game, Hayden and Vega. Yeah. Gotta love good old politics, am I right? Yeah, I just wanna, you know, again, as I said, like, I don't really, you know, like, I really don't believe, I don't subscribe to woke ideology and content, and I especially don't want it in my video games. That's one thing. They just don't belong there at all. Especially video games that are really geared towards men. Like, the Doom franchise, I'm sorry, is very much geared towards men. Like, don't tell me there's a huge female audience playing this game. There could be, but I would be surprised. I mean, maybe some of you guys, or maybe maybe there's women watching me, but I would be, they're probably the minority for sure. Let's put it that way. Men by far play this video game. By far. And if you want to call me a bigot for thinking that, that's fine. But I think that's just a fact. I would say, like, I would be generous if I said that 95%, that 95% of people playing this game were men. You know. So yeah. Doom Eternal has unicorn skin and platforming section with colorful graphics compared to previous game, but therefore it's woke. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, especially the unicorn skin. that got a lot of people mad. I remember that. Doom is really dead right now. Not gonna lie, we need that DLC. Yeah, it is. You know, so like I'm trying to keep it alive. That's my job, right? Probably one of the only people who's streaming this game daily, right? There was Olivia in 2016. Yes, but she was a villain, you know? And she wasn't really, yeah. There's always a female enemy in each game. Olivia, Con Maker, and the Witch. That is true. There always is. So Doom TDA, strong women character, another destroyed game by wokeism. Yeah, I mean I think they just had to have that. I mean, I just think that was a decision just to have like a female character for once. You know, instead of having an all male cast, and they chose to have her being one of the leaders of at least you know King Novik is technically he's still the leader, right, of the Sentinels, the king, right? But I mean. The good thing is, not the good thing, but we do know that the Sentinels they'll go extinct quite soon. Maybe in the DLC. We'll see. All right, sorry, yeah, you don't have as much in TD. I guess King Novik and Valen. Yeah, they are, yeah. And then there's a lot of female warriors also, right? On the Sentinel side. Barely even strong. She gets kidnapped and unlocks powers and kills like 7 demons. Yeah, she. You know, when you think about it, she doesn't really have that much presence in the story. We see her at the beginning, and then from the moment she's kidnapped until maybe like the last level, then we don't basically see her, right? Because we have to free her first. She's implied to be the strong in the context of the world, but she's not a count maker. Yeah, so she's not a Mary Sue. Yeah. That's true. Hello, I just found your channel, and I recently bought this game, and I played it one session without closing the game. Took breaks to rest. Definitely one of my favorite modern Doom games for sure. Yeah. But thanks, Springtrap. I appreciate it. But it is a great game. So and I always love hearing people who jump on it and decide to play it and actually find it fun, because that's what it's supposed to be. You know, I don't try to overanalyze it as a Doom game, because like I don't care about the story. I don't care about the characters. I just care about it being fun and like just a way to sort of just a good action game, which it is. It's a very good action game. I doubt that DLC will bring much popularity. Remember the first DLC, Eternal, which had 100k at its peak after release, but only 2030 at its peak. Yeah. I think the DLC will sort of it probably won't get to Eternal levels of player count, but it'll still bring the numbers up quite a bit, I'm sure. At least, like the people who own the game, there's a lot of people like me who bought the premium version of the game, right? So those people are definitely going to be playing the DLC because we paid for it. But I think they're probably going to come up with like a bundle deal for both base game and DLC for a good price, and that'll maybe bring new players to the game as well, right? I'm sure. Oh dear. Okay, is he bugging out? No? Okay. Do you hear the classic Arval death sound in the Impstalker's death sound? Yes, I do. Yes, and I looked it up because somebody told me about this in one of my streams. And I was curious about it. And I looked it up, and it actually, like, I mean, it doesn't sound exactly the same, but it is similar, right? There's like, they didn't copy paste it, but it definitely sounds similar, for sure. I also finished Age of Gods Part 2, so I finished Doom Eternal's DLC first before I played Doom the Dark Ages. And that's a good idea. So, Springtrap, it's a good thing you did that. I would have recommended, though, I would have told you maybe to play 2016 first. I'm not sure if you played 2016 at all, but I would have told you to play 2016 first, Eternal, and then Dark Ages. Even though Dark Ages, technically, it's a prequel, that's the order. In order of release, basically, right? Yeah, we have Night Trap and we have String Trap. Isn't that amazing? We have both. Alright guys, just so you know, after this level, I have to go. So, just gonna finish this off. I did 2016 was my first Doom game. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Spring Trap and Night Trap. Yeah, we have 2 traps here in the chat, guys. What a day. Do you think you can stream DLC a few days after the launch of it so some of us can watch it with fair time to not have spoilers? That's a good point, C-Doom, because like what I wanted to do was to actually stream it on release. But if you guys, I'll let you guys vote. If you don't want me to, if you guys want me to wait a day or two before I stream it, that is totally fair. I would just assume that maybe you guys already had it, so what's fucking hitting me? Okay. Do you think the DLC will be standalone like the Ancient Gods were? Like, will you be able to play it without the base game? No. You're going to need the base game. Wobo, you're going to need the base game to be able to play the DLC. That's for sure. It's not going to be a standalone. And Ancient Gods wasn't standalone either, as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Wait, you can play? No, you can't. You need Doom Eternal to be able to play the Ancient Gods. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm 99% sure about that. Just don't watch a stream on it if you haven't finished yet. I want to be there during the stream. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see, Doom. I see. Yeah. If someone ever played Doom in timeline order, here is the order: Doom 2, Doom 64, Doom Dark Ages, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal. Yeah, that's also the way. I would just never, I would never play them in a timeline order though. That's just me. Like, As somebody who's played especially the modern titles a lot, 2016 Eternal, Dark Ages, I would definitely recommend.
Dimensional barrier is offline.
I would definitely recommend starting off with 2016. Then I would go Dark Ages, and then I would go Eternal, because you're going to simplest to most complex.
Return to the Sentinel barracks.
That's the way I see it, right? Yeah. Vidaz doesn't vibe in the world of classic Doom. No, I don't. Like, I mean, no. I love classic Doom. I've played a lot of classic Doom, but it's just like, as this, if I play classic Doom, it's in my free time, and I don't really want to stream it, because like people don't watch my channel to watch me play classic Doom. That's not. It doesn't work for me from a content perspective. But in my free time, I play a lot of classic Doom. I have indeed, but it's just not something I want to use as content. I tried it out and it didn't work. I'm pretty sure Tag had a standalone option. Basically, you get Doom Eternal, but you couldn't access the campaign. Same was the case with Battle Mode, which is free standalone, at least on PS Store. What's going in this motherfucker? Hastily, man, you're always catching me at the end of my streams. But I hope you're good, bro. Hope you're good. Yeah, you could buy Ancient Gods independently of Doom Eternal. Okay, really? Okay. I thought you needed Doom Eternal to be able to play Ancient Gods, but maybe, like... Doom 1 to 64 is technically also a different timeline from modern games, but has the same... Okay, one more level, guys. One more level, and I hope I don't die here, because this is a level... This is the cultist base of Dark Ages. That's how I see it. So yeah. Cult of Space is awesome. Yeah, it is, but just problem is you die there quite a bit. Especially like, when it comes to Ultra Nightmare, Cult of Space it's a filter. It's a huge filter, right? Come on, are these guys in a spawn or what? Us young players do not like Cult of Space. Yeah, it's the same. I feel the same way. It's really, it's a skill check. Doom 1 and Doom 64 share the same timeline of modern Doom games. Doesn't make sense, dude. I don't know. Cult of Space has some fairly consistent fights. Maybe first playthrough. No. Like, Nitro, trust me. Like, even if you're an experienced Eternal player, Cult of Space can always cause you some issues. Trust me. Doom 3's main character would probably be afraid of the Slayer if they were in the same timeline. Yeah, for sure. Because, like, the main character in Doom 3 isn't the... He's just a Reed, right? He's not the Doomslayer. So, even though they try to make him that way, but... I think that that was there sort of back then. The Doom 3 Marine was sort of the interpretation of who the Doom Marine was in Doom 1 and Doom 2. So, and that's completely different to the Doom Slayer that we have now in the modern titles, right? Because this guy's a superhero. So it's a very different Doom Slayer, or very different Doom protagonist, right? Did I take the gold here? Yes, I did. Um. Everyone's afraid of the Slayer if you're not a god or an intern. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think is so cool, right? About playing as this character. You really feel like you're powerful, you know, especially in this game. I want them to give him a name. Doesn't he have a name in the canon? Like, don't they? Because he has a family, right, and a son also who, if I remember correctly, the demons killed, right? Or something. What's up, guys? I heard someone took over my body from the Darkened era. That is correct, Doomslayer. We're playing as you right now. I don't think I was supposed to connect, but they just pushed it to Eternal to make the lore more interesting. Yeah. They will never give Guy. No, they're never gonna give him a name in the modern franchise. But I think if you look at the canon, you know, like at the comic books and all that, I think he has a name in those. But like that's a different, in a sense, it is a different timeline, right? Because he's not the Doomslayer, in that kind of way. I was shocked when I found out the flashback in Doom Eternal that the Slayer is the original Doom guy. Yeah, because in the Doom Eternal, you see him, you know, when he's with those priests, and you see the comic maker as well, and they're holding his helmet, right, from the OG Dooms. That's true. So, I mean, as far as the modern trilogy is concerned, you are playing as the OG Doom guy from Doom 93 and Doom 2, right? It's just that back then they had a different interpretation of who the Doom guy was. You're just a Marine who stranded on a base. Like, you don't have any superpowers. You never went into the divinity machine to get all these powers, right? It's a different take on it. It's a different, which I like, you know. The way I interpret it is that different dimensions share the same hell, hence why there are so many demons. Yes, that's true. But I still think that idsoft today are still trying to stay sort of, you know, stay loyal to what the OG Dooms were, right? So I think they're trying to stay in the same timeline. I just think they just added their sauce to it, right? Classic Doom, he's related to Biasco and Keen, but that is not decided yet in modern games. Yeah, and I hope it's not, because like, why, you know, Commander Keen, like, and Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein, like, especially Keen, like Commander Keen, like that's ridiculous. I don't see them doing anything with that. Like that wouldn't make sense. They called Doom 2016 reboot, which meant a fresh start, new story, etc. Yeah. And what being basic man and being badass is cool are also very 90s. Yeah, it is, like, but also that's what Hugo Martin always said, that he wanted this game to feel like a 90s action movie, right? Like a Schwarzenegger or Stallone movie. Stop this madness. We can't breed anymore without being told the Slayer is coming to kill us. Alright, guys. This room here. Like, fuck me sideways. There you go. They attempted to connect it to Classic, which somehow they make work, but if you think about it, it just doesn't make sense. But it's not a bad thing that they do that. No, but I agree. Like, I think it's just it's a bit clumsy on in some areas. But I mean, I don't care, like, because I don't care about story, man. I just want to play as the Doomslayer. I want to feel powerful, and I want to have fun, you know. That's all there's to it. Can you? Oh man. Oh god. See? I'm done, guys. I got stun locked in a corner, and that's it. That's it for me today. Yeah. Like that corner right there. Ugh. Yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. Cool, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. Sorry for leaving when there's so many people in here, but I actually really have to go. So I love Doomgaze, but the lore is not interesting for me at all. There's so many stuff that makes no sense, like the Hebeth and Dark Ages is not insane eternal. Yeah, I know. Like there's a lot of stuff that's disconnected, but that's just how it is. Maybe the DLC will clear up a few things. Let's hope so. Anyways, guys, I'm calling it a day. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. I'll probably be on tomorrow as well. So yeah, beautiful stream today. Take care. Yeah, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks, C-Doom. Yeah, Doomslayer, Salim, Night Trap, Cyber Demon, Doom, Wobot the Third, everybody. Yeah, thanks guys so much, and I'll catch you. I'll be on tomorrow, so hopefully I'll catch you there. All right, thanks guys. Take care. Bye.